What's going on, guys? Welcome to a very new episode of we're not sure what podcast to call this. So let me introduce myself. My name is Vinz. I'm a property video strategist. I work with real estate agents by helping them create property brand videos. And my very best friend and my very best host is...
Right, my name is Raphael, and today we're gonna have a privilege to co-host our very special guest over here.
Yes.
So can you introduce a little bit our guest?
Alright, so kind of think of it, right? I think I've been in the industry for like 4 years, and I've been interviewing the orang atas people.
Oh yo.
I think this
what do you mean orang atas?
Like very like celebrity level, Like okay. I think this is the first time, right? I seen a celebrity level.
I think yes.
Came on time for the shoot.
Oh my god! You just
not
came on time. Not came on time. It's really early. Earlier than you. Okay.
I have to say that because my call time was 8:30, so I was stuck in the jam with it. But this is the first time I ever seen a celebrity not came on time, but be an hour earlier. So I was like, oh. When I saw the message, I was like, oh my god, okay, the time to speak. So I bet that most of the people who's in the property community know him as well. He's giving up a lot of good tips as well.
Yes, I just watched his video.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yesterday he released a new video somewhere in Mont Kiara, right? Yeah, I know Kiara. So it was a really good video, but sadly I cannot afford the property lah. But
a few millions there, wait.
But there's a nice way to look around, and yeah, we have learned not just me personally, but Raphael as well. Like we all learned a lot of things from this guy. So without further ado, let's introduce the guest for today's show.
Hi guys, I'm Sean. My channel is iHerng, iHerng. You can also find me on Instagram.
Go subscribe.
Facebook, LinkedIn, TikToks and all.
Getting to 100k followers.
Now in TikTok already.
Hey, my TikTok is catching fire.
Oh my god, I need to go on
really?
TikTok.
So TikTok is catching fire as well. Wow. So the inspiration is when I was dealing with all these clients last time, when I was advising my client on his 15th property investment.
Oh.
15.
15.
Wow.
So she's like, Sean, this one can buy or not? I like, chincai lah, you got 14 already, it doesn't matter anymore lah. You want to buy lah, happy can already. Like, okay lah. Then when I get home, right, then my mom was at home, then I like, Mom, why the neighbor so noisy one? Quarreling and all, every month got drama one. Because that was the rental time.
Okay.
5 working adults, right, can't even make rent. Me advising people on his 15th property investment.
Okay.
So and then you can see the drastic change, right? Why would a person work so hard, right, in having 15 houses? And these 5, right, they will have their latest phones, the latest swag, right, the hype-based culture, right? Then cannot make rent. Then you look at it, something wrong lah. Then on a normal basis also, before the channel, right, I started as then I just told him about it during coffee when you were late.
You were late. I think it's gonna be
Then it's about me really liking property, not only on the monetary side. Yeah, so when I was just sitting there, then I'll look at columns and things like that, right? And that becomes like the nickname. Then the real estate guy is here.
Oh, okay.
That's why my Facebook is real estate guy, but that's the least active account ever.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, why everything is iHerng, but the Facebook only is the real estate guy.
Yeah, talking about branding, right? This is the worst branding exercise ever. People can never find me on Facebook. So that's the thing when I realize when I bring people out to property tours. Sean, why every room per square feet different one? What do you mean? Then this title, leasehold, meaning the land, what will happen, and all this kind of thing. I will know the ignorance level. They know the latest collab between LV and Nike, but they have no clue what is all this. And it's not a dinner table conversation as well. So hence, I started the channel as a reply to all these friends. So when they go property shows, right? Hey, Sean, this one, what do you think? And then I just send the video link. But mana tahu it kind of fun. So when I started the channel, right, I was using Photoshop to edit.
Photoshop?
Video?
Yeah.
Huh?
The new
frame by frame.
There was a new timeline feature.
Yeah, the frame by frame.
Frame by frame.
Huh?
The first
Oh my god.
the first 120 over videos was
Okay.
done on Photoshop.
Okay. So those of listening, so those of listening, right? I'm pretty sure, Raphael, you've seen me how I edit the video, right? Have you seen the whole timeline, right?
Yeah.
But have you seen Photoshop before now? So
No.
Photoshop is
I
basically
only know Photoshop is only for photos.
yeah.
Right.
There is a capability to do video, but I only did it like GIF.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only capability I know of. Like,
Yeah.
wow, all the videographers are listening to this, right? They'll be like, oh my god, what the hell?
Because I have zero experience
Okay.
in videographing whatsoever. So I started filming. So I still remember one of the most harsh comments that when I started. Right, I was like 15 kg bigger with my iPhone 6S. I think it's so the front camera some more.
Okay.
Then Sean, we love what you are saying, but I cannot see anything. The entire frame, right? It's all your face. Then for those who like to always go back to episode 001, they will,
see,
you can see it's so bad. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really funny like
Yeah,
that.
I think the lowest I went from the earliest videos was your iHerng podcast, the 001. Because I want to see how is the progression. Yeah, so I never seen your old videos before, so I think after this, I need to look at the videos.
The cool fact, 001 podcast, it was a mistake. I was testing out Anchor.
Okay. Oh, okay, Anchor, yeah.
So that time I had no camera gears whatsoever. I had no clue how to strip off video of audio. Then to them very easy lah. To us, right? What is this? Then I started. So I recorded that in a Chap Fan store. I was eating Chap Fan, finished already.
Install.
Just cincai record lah.
Then like okay, let's try on. Then nobody there. Then like because don't know why Chap Fan store nobody there. Quite sad lah. Then I can record off my hand like that. Then I left the audio in Anchor for 2 years.
Oh. I mean like just like you eating up that
No,
kind
I
of
was
stuff.
just like wrapping my thing. Then okay lo. Then no effect one. People say podcast so good. Where got effect? I can't even track anything.
Okay.
So when Spotify took over Anchor,
Okay, everything went there.
then and it suddenly then I was getting a lot of things. And after I understood what is Premiere Pro, it's the software editing, editing software, right? And I learned how to strip off things. Then when I make content, then somebody will prefer audio, somebody will prefer videos.
Yep.
Another cool fact is my entire Singapore audience all listens to me.
In audio. Oh.
Wow.
Malaysians, we are still stuck with video, right?
Videos,
They like to see me like all this because you the
I like to
hand,
see the
Yeah.
shot.
the whole
Like
video.
more to visual people, right?
Yeah. But in a lot of Singapore audience are listening to me. So them like okay, better get a better mic.
Okay. So I think I can you already answered the first question that I wanted to ask what was the starting of your journey So So
I want to ask one more question. It's like because I think a lot of people like kind of want to start up because of the MCO thing, and we do see like people going more to online, and then they want to put their content on whatever platform they wanted to. Can you share with us one of the journey that you went through? Because it's like I think whenever we want to start something, whether we want to start a business or we want to start learning something, right? The first step, it's like the very hard thing.
Yeah.
Like so, can you share with us like from 0 to maybe your 100 subscribers, or maybe from 0 to 1,000 subscribers? Like how's your journey like, and how you continue to do this over and over again?
When I started, it was a very selfish move.
Okay.
Just that I wanted to try.
Okay.
So because I was telling him I was in the marketing side of things. I was running ads for people. Then boring lah. then I start looking at videos. Then maybe I can start. Then I start learning. So my hero is actually Casey Neistat lah. You can see the influence, right? So he made editing so down to earth, nothing fancy. So people just want to see what they want to see.
Just a rough cut.
Yep.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will be too concerned about production value, and they always correlate production value with money. You have the 5000 EOS R, or you have the whatever lighting saber. My one, I use torchlight one torchlight bounce the light. Oh, I still understand some bouncing light. Torchlight, so you cannot record too long because the torchlight will overheat.
Oh, I never see the torchlight overheat before.
Battery.
That's how long you've been recording.
So that was how I started, and I also was giving a lot of trainings for agents to start.
Right.
Everyone was telling, "Aya, this one for you can lah, easy lo, so easy you do lah, okay lo."
Okay.
Eat your words lah, I do.
Yeah,
Then when
I walk the talk sometimes.
so I started. Then it kind of got a lot of traction, and a lot of people will suddenly think that no one actually shared that things before, and I started off very stealth mode, meaning like I don't want anybody to know I started anything.
Right.
The problem that I see a lot of real estate agents or one of these, right? What their first mistake is they do one episode and they announce to the world.
Right.
Okay.
Then it's like
And after that, no more already.
then they are opening this floodgate, right, for all the fake loves.
Okay.
Your episode number 1 sure suck man lah.
Yeah, of course lah.
Definitely.
Just go through it lah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then they want to, because they know they're going to share to everyone, they want to put in so much effort for the first,
Right.
and the process became so painful.
Yep.
Then they got the one already. You want to do another one? Oh, tired lah.
Exactly.
Then the first one got no results.
Right.
Only fake loves.
Right.
Wow, you're the best. You're the best. I didn't even see the video lah. I would say
Just like few
yes,
seconds. Okay lah, very good.
very good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so that has been the main tipping point where I see a lot of people, right, when they start creating already.
Yes.
The first 2 max, enough already. Oh, like that I do some more videos. One video not cheap some more, because you want people to make it perfect for you, ma.
Yep.
If you make it like as crude as mine, you look at my episode 1, I also want to vomit. But I think it's a more like another hero of mine is Gary V. Document.
Record rather than document.
Document versus create.
Okay.
So I made the few episodes, right, with the mindset of now nobody can say that I had experience, I was lucky and things like that. Because you look at episode 1, I was trash.
Yep.
I was so bad. Yeah. So but then, cool fact also, I was so broke that time. I had some complication in financial because I screwed up one of the investment.
Right.
So I didn't want people to repeat that also. So I didn't even have enough data space. Hard disk was expensive to me, you know.
I think he should know lah, because
Exactly. I just bought a hard disk, man.
Because
And,
he's more like a practical guy. I'm more technical, so I know what is the prices of each hard disk.
Yeah.
So whenever you're recording a video, right, I always make sure that all the unused footages, or like probably I don't know, like you record for 1-2 seconds and then you off it. So all the unused footage, I just delete everything. So it's just like wasting.
Correct.
So space is cost, man.
Yeah.
Correct. So I didn't have money. So after I upload on YouTube, I delete one. I have no spare footages of the first 100 one.
Okay lah,
So a simple statement that I lie to myself is, when we pay Dropbox so we can host our files.
Yeah.
Now YouTube might pay me for hosting my stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
AdSense
Exactly.
Very different already, AdSense.
So that was the starting point, and I think a lot of people try to impress others. Like we mentioned just now, like a lot of people try to sound very, very smart. I think that's one of the, if you are not smart, don't try to sound smart lah. Like fake it, try to make it thing, right? It's a
tough journey.
Now people, they look at you, right? They look into your LinkedIn, Facebook, everything. Wow, your past resume also they can find one.
Right.
Then got one time I was attending some seminar as well. They found my Smule account. Wow.
What's that?
SMULE. So it's like some karaoke app.
I never heard that before.
Yeah. So
I like to sing.
yeah. So they found all my recordings.
You mean the singing one?
The singing one. Yeah. So people do their homework already now.
Check you out.
And when you know transparency, it's at that level already. Why even try to fake?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you don't know, right, then you're like, you can share the journey of learning.
True.
instead of being the expert. So a lot of people will just copy other people's videos, point by point, they reshuffle, then they don't know what they are saying.
Right.
Yep.
Then they just make it fancy.
Right.
So that's how they outcome. So it's not sustainable lah.
Yep.
In that way, hence it's very hard for the next episode. To me, the best episodes are always when I do on the street, and suddenly the audio file is not working.
Right.
You record halfway, then
like gorilla style a bit lah.
and then like no sound, then suddenly no audio, then suddenly all these kind of technical things happen, but you still upload anyway. And I realize people don't care.
Yeah, I think I can share with that. You know Michael Tan, right?
Yeah.
So I used to work for Michael Tan. Yeah. There's one point when he was doing his, this teaching,
seminar thing.
teaching stuff. Right? So halfway, I forgot the battery ran out. So me and JJ, so JJ was my senior at the time. We kind of freaked out halfway. The battery just died. So the only recording was from the camera itself. And then he used like a very long cable. So we were recording from the phone, and then the battery just died. I mean like, what do we do? It's just like, Michael Tan, right? Just when he's on his flow already, right? We cannot stop him one.
Yeah.
If you stop him, like, we kena him one.
Fuck you.
Yeah, like, really fuck me all lah. So we just keep quiet. Okay, be quiet. Just like, because in my editing brain, right, I know the audio will suck at certain points. But I just release only. I was just like, okay, after I release, I was praying, Michael Tan, please come, fuck me up. I'm ready. I'm mentally ready. But then after 1 or 2 months later, he never asked me also. Even his social media manager, I forgot her name already.
Abby.
No, not Abby, the other girl one. The managed LOL one. Something with J.
Daphne.
Daphne, yeah. So she didn't complete that much lah. So
Okay.
yeah, I think I get where you're coming from. Like don't, even though we are think that it's not perfect, but just try to put it
Correct. I think that perfection, right, is the excuse of not executing any.
Yep.
It's not perfect enough.
Right.
So to me, I give you another 2 more months for the video, right? Still cannot come out one.
Yeah, not perfect one. Still keep on going, right?
Yeah, correct.
You can still keep on improving.
So
improving.
back in architecture days, we believe deadline is the best motivation for creation.
Yep.
So like whole week nothing one. The last day, right? Super productive one. No mood lah, no zone lah. I need to have the flow. Wow, the last day flow sure come.
So the urgency flow lah.
Yeah, so that's why the consistency part of things, it's when I really appreciate like I can produce such things with so little effort. Like this morning when I was waiting, so usually I was just telling him when I was early to appointments, right? I will just grab the camera and then go to the roadside and I do a podcast one.
Camera podcast, not the anchor one.
Same.
Oh, same. Okay.
So I do a TikTok. I either do a TikTok, write some posts.
Okay.
So my now the challenge I always go to is I order a drink on a kopitiam. I will start writing.
Before the drink comes.
Yes.
Okay.
Before the drink comes or before the food comes.
Okay, so means writing means the copywriting like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I now, a lot of people are crippled by video. A lot of people thinks that video it's the ultimate way. Right? But not true. like because I'm also the marketing manager for the Makeover guys.
Okay.
So we look at our data, right? Long copy is the best performing.
Wow.
Ultra long is the best. That the engagement is like 25%.
Wow.
Normal video that I do, we think is very cool, right? 4%, 3%. Those Selamat Hari Raya or Chinese New Year or those festive posts, right? 0.036.
Very common lah, right? It's
but
necessary to post.
But a lot of people focus on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I come out with, I go and copy paste, put in some effort on one image,
put your
right?
logo, put your face.
No one cares.
Exactly.
So you're saying like copywriting is like more.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of people judge themselves on video because they don't want to look. Or let me go and lose 10 more pounds first for the next 2 years, right? So, but you can use images and you can use copy to bring out your personality. So a lot of people still read, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we can take from Dan Lok lah because he teaches copywriting one. And then copywriting is an art itself, like art of selling through words lah.
Correct.
Okay.
And if you're good in copy, automatically your video will be good.
Yep. If let's say I think I totally agree with you. Because when I do video, right, if let's say, I have two kind of mode one. Like one kind of mode is like I really sit down and I write. Like as I write, I actually also think also. Like, okay, what should I say, and should I say this way or the other way? And then the other type is like I go free flow. Okay, today I don't want to prepare anything and I go free flow. Sometimes I get stuck a little bit, but sometimes it get good creation lah. But I think writing down is a very good thought process for me. It's like also promoting like self-learning. Okay, you know, as you write, you learn something about yourself as well. This is how I
I think he will start writing already because the other day, last week, right?
Yeah.
We went for a property shoot, right? Imagine the property shoot is supposed to be, let's say, a few segments, outside, interior, exterior, and surrounding. He only finished the first two parts of it. The remaining part is like free flow a bit, right? I still remember when I came back, the video all scrambled one, like the sequence we did, right? It was all scrambled one. So okay, I just what he's saying. Sometimes listen. Sometimes also even the day also I'm like, see what he's saying. I don't understand. So like the going free flow sometimes works because he's very good at free flow sometimes lah. But when it comes to like educating something, you really need some like point formula, which
is just like some romance session going on.
I think so.
So speaking of the journey part, right? What are the pros and cons you face during like growing a YouTube channel from 0 subscribers to I think right now it's like 20 to 30k?
No lah, 20. I think
almost 20k.
End of this month will be 20 lah.
Yeah, so it's like ongoing 20k journey. What are the pros and cons of the journey?
Pros and cons of the journey in terms of personal or the
whole channel lah.
Okay, I had 0 expectation on the channel.
Okay.
It means right, my last call, if the channel really is just a waste of time, right?
Okay.
My grandchildren will watch every single episode.
Okay.
Like Popo.
Yeah. So I create with that in mind.
Okay.
Hence the first few episodes that I was just testing out some topic based, some real estate based, some vlog based. I was daily vlogging for around 2 months.
Okay.
So then I tried. Daily vlogging is not for an ordinary person. Maybe you're somebody first, then daily vlogs works. So then after I try and all, and that's how I also learn. I learn when I do. So upload is the ultimate KPI. So to me, I measure myself on a weekly basis. Per week, 3 videos that time.
Okay.
So by hook
You mean
or
when
by
you first started?
Yeah, when I first started.
So did you accomplish it?
Yeah. So
okay.
And sometimes I do miss because there's family occasions and things like that.
Okay.
So to me, I don't judge myself lah. So a lot, you miss, so you suck. And then then no more. Then to me, never mind lah. Like last week, I missed my Sunday upload.
Okay.
Because
the podcast is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I miss my Sunday uploads like usual, and I miss my live session. So I'm doing live on every weekend as well. What I will feel that I feel so bad, but sometimes right, the audience will start, hey, is everything okay?
Yeah.
It's been a while. We are not chasing you for uploads. We are actually, how are you feeling? Because we just found out that I'm going to be a dad next week, next year, not next week lah, next year.
Next year.
So next year, my newborn will be coming out.
Okay.
So there's a whole new journey altogether.
Congratulations.
Right? Thank you. Didn't take a lot of effort lah.
But I think afterwards,
yeah. So the thing is, the whole entire channel, just because I had nothing to sell, created the whole pivot point. I really don't care whether you buy or not.
Right.
I'm here to share, and every video I make, right, it's for one person.
Okay.
So when I was like doing this topic, right, I have a person in mind that I'm trying to communicate to. Like, you're 25 years old who don't know anything about property. Right. Let me spill some magic on you. Then they will, then you realize that this will share and share and share. And if they want to, a lot of people will be waiting for the punchline one. So if you like it, you can go to this link and buy for my ebook or whatever. I don't even know how to create ebook.
Right.
So the after that, right, then I think episode I think it's episode 60 or episode 16 or 60 already, I forgot. There was an audience that wrote, because I didn't know what I was doing. Or my wife was like seeing me, why you every day like now very busy already.
She just open the camera, do something.
Yeah, so there was, I'll show that later. There's never downtime anymore.
Okay.
Now, so after I start doing this, what happened was an audience text me, hey, did you know you're doing me a great favor? I'm like, why? I work Monday to Saturday. Then Sunday, family day, chores day.
Yeah.
Who got time to view property?
Exactly.
So property sales gallery opens at 11, 10:30. They close at 5. People don't need to work one, meh?
Yeah.
You want me to take day off just to go sales gallery?
True. Look at the property and then
Who got time? Then Saturday, Sunday packed. Then you somehow throw event on Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
It's just not friendly for kids and all, right? So with this channel, I'm touring them around.
Yeah.
Then suddenly then when they go and see properties with the sales agent, right? Then they know what to ask.
Yeah.
So when you started doing the first content, right? I believe you just like a sit down content talking to the camera, right? So is that because of that comment that you actually prompted to do more property tours?
No, I started the first episode was on a webcam, which is the worst.
Webcam?
Yeah.
Wow, I need to check out the thing again.
Webcam. Then I didn't know. Is this on? Then I didn't know how to edit out. And then I'm like, what's up, guy? Then so it's bad lah.
Wait, how did you record a webcam? Like, what did you hook it up to?
Nothing. Audio from the laptop.
Oh, that means you carry the laptop around, is it? Oh.
Yeah. So after that, then only people start. Then my passion is to go walk around properties, right?
Okay.
Because my background is architecture and real estate. So what I do last time is from scratch, bare land. What's the fastest route to get it to towers and hand over the keys?
Okay.
So I've been through the process multiple times.
What do you mean the fastest route to get to the top of the tower?
Okay, so a lot of people buy land already.
Yes.
They will hold.
Yeah.
Then a lot of like different,
Especially developers are.
It's not because of they can't do it. It's because it's internal politics trying to fight for glamour. You get what I mean? So see who gets that platform to perform. So they would then fight. Then a lot of companies design their departments to be fighting against each other. For example, quality, speed, and time. You can only pick 2 out of 3.
Huh. Wow.
No, in normal projects, anything like video, I want high quality.
Yeah.
I want low cost.
Yeah.
You can't get everything.
Very long, oh.
Yeah, true.
Very long. I want very fast, very high quality, expensive.
Yeah.
Fast and quality.
So that's the whole project management thing lah.
Oh.
You get what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that's right.
there's only 3
Not
criteria.
just in video production lah, everywhere happening lah.
You don't get the best of 3 lah.
So that's the old rule. That's like 4 and 5 already, but they are just trying to make marketing out of it lah. So from land, then they start building like where we do feasibility studies.
Yeah.
Feasibility studies. So when we buy the land, right, we roughly know how much we will make on a safe basis. But now everybody knows how to play the game, so it's getting tougher and tougher.
Right.
So an example like now the M punya developer. So how their business model is they buy land straight off market, and they immediately launch and build.
Yes.
So they want to reduce their bridging loans commitment. But some like Sime Darby and some like KLK, they own land banks, 3,000, 10,000 acres in Klang Valley.
They're sitting on the land.
Slowly lah.
Yeah.
So then it's a very different development mode lah. So like I was unfortunately in the first one, so time was everything. But then execs running for decisions. Hey, you want service apartment, you want mixed development, right? Oh, this one you want pure. Mixed development, pure.
Going back and forth, Okay.
Then always, then we argue on colours. I still remember this.
Colours.
The colour of the facade wall took 2 months for approval.
Wow.
Wow. Just the colour.
Yeah, they need to have like 20 over meetings.
Wow. Okay.
Then ultimately, the top of all, the Tan Sri of that company, dictates everything.
That means the 20
Right.
meeting.
So
doesn't-
2 months meeting could be wasted.
Correct.
Just like
Then we buy logos for 300,000.
Logos, yeah.
Yeah.
Logos, yeah. Because logo carry a certain brand.
And the agency that brought this bought over some freelance.
I can understand the. I can understand.
So
the
then you when you start to understand all that, right? Why are people paying so much? You need to change your. A lot of people, I just realized a lot of people are paying a lot of attention on things that nobody care. And also, why are you paying so much attention on your logo or your name?
Yeah.
Nobody care. Anyuman, Anyumin, got difference, man. Yeah. So then after
it's not the really top priority of the end user cares about, right?
But that's the main debate between senior managers.
Yeah.
Nah, you see my decision. You see, the boss choose my decision. Then it's like, then I'm there. That's why I changed 9 departments across 6 years.
Wow. Keep changing.
So the best story about that is when I was just because I was the youngest, I was sent to Johor. Right.
Wow.
I chose to be there lah.
Yeah,
So we were the one that built Legoland and all. Then just because I was the youngest again, I managed social media. Before Facebook bought over Instagram, I was already have transaction. I already have transaction in Instagram already.
Oh, is it? Wow. Last time the Instagram very like just sharing
Photos only. Then I was trying out. Then what is this social media thing? Then my boss don't want to give me budget.
When was this? Like 2000?
2000, I forgot already lah.
Like
Then
before 2010 lah.
then I had a call saying that Disney wants to sue me.
Really?
So we had an outdoor movie event.
Okay.
And it was the Avengers, things like that lah. Then due to licensing, then I didn't know what was infringement. You cannot even have things that suggest. So I had the Iron Man eyes. Then I got a bit further. I photoshopped the entire Iron Man into my show unit, and people thought it was real.
Oh, because of that you got sued.
Then somewhat it got viral, and it reached somebody in Hong Kong. So Asia Pacific branch highlighted because Sunway Pyramid was showing the latest Avenger movie.
Right.
Who gave you the rights to use our pictures and Photoshop like that? And Sunway Pyramid had no clue what was happening lah. Then they showed away. Hey, it must be this dude.
Right.
Cool fact, I was pouring concrete at site.
Oh my god.
I was going at site, look at people concrete. Then I was scolding the bangla. Hey,
Then your boss got
then got phone call. Hey, this thing want to look for you. They want to sue you. No such thing lah. Pour concrete lah. Yeah. Then only I started realizing, hey, social media no joke.
Wow, then I think during the time the license and the whole doing the whole Photoshop thing, right, was not very easy like nowadays lah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like I've seen developer using Mr. Bean also.
Yeah.
Like a fake Mr. Bean also in their developer.
Yeah, so it was very tough at the time, but I understood the challenges in that industry lah. Then when I came out, right, then I just try to be more different. No one dares to be the face of the company one.
Yep.
Because no one wants to stay in the company.
Yep. You are actually right. You are actually right.
That's the like everyone like think about it, right? Who should be doing what I do? Property portals, property developers. But nobody wants to do it because the marketing exec are not going to stay in that particular company for long.
Yep.
They worry that this face, right? I just give this person, then next time when I change, what happened and things like that.
Everyone is on his own.
Yeah, so that's the tough part of things lah. And okay, one more cool thing. Just because I understood architecture, cost, scheduling, construction, right? I developed the first ever, and they got Malaysia World Records, not under my name, just because it belongs to the company lah. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. It's totally. They give me money to have time and do ma. They pay me as a salary. So what I did is I developed the building where you get to customize your own home. You want ceiling height 3.5 meters or 4.2 meters. It's called Sunway Grid.
Wow.
Sunway Grid.
Okay.
So you get to pick everything.
Sunway Grid. Okay.
You get to pick everything you want. You customize already, and you pay via PayPal.
Oh, PayPal. Okay.
And you book already.
Like customize everything, then pay and then.
Then you just then you only go to the sales gallery if you are free to sign and check if everything is legit.
Wow.
So
It sounds like online, you know, you buy some.
Where was this? Like before the online thing boomed or?
yeah, before the online thing boom, so a lot of people were saying, oh, now you get to do VR tours. I'm like, dude, we were selling 100 over units on launch day already.
I think you're like the pioneers before the whole thing boomed lah.
So what I was trying to say is that all this journey, right, somewhat translated into the videos lah. So I didn't realize that the passion of mine was all these quirky things. I was just telling him, you just sit down there, right? The kopitiam stalls also got frontage, more premium with pipe and electricity, and areas in between, right? Nobody want, people cannot see, no visibility. The rental will be lower.
Oh, okay.
Even food stalls, right, got rental dynamics. One.
Is it?
Pasar Malam also got rental dynamics, one, you know.
I didn't know that.
Wow, okay,
My
so
mom used to
everything
do
is
Pasar
real
Malam
estate.
long time ago, like even before I born. So I thought the rental is all same only.
No, it's not. If not, I would be the first.
So I mean they kira by the location like relate to property lah.
Correct. Then like intersection of the Pasar Malam, right, that's the best.
Okay.
It's really like shopping mall as well.
Correct,
It's just a smaller shopping mall.
Yeah.
You know, where you need to live or maybe more
Correct,
premium.
correct.
You need to escalator it more premium, right?
Cheap
Something.
plug, the cheap plug shopping mall. So okay, I think we're coming to the end of the show lah. So you have any questions you ask? Before we end?
Probably I got one more.
Okay.
Like, what is your biggest challenge? Like, want to because our podcast is also to encourage the people, you know, who don't be shy or be a bit more bold, right? To put your content out there, so that because I think people will be enjoying your content as well. So like, what is the one challenge that is like your biggest challenge, like during the whole journey? Because I think it's not easy as well to do this, right? It's not easy to juggle this and to also look after your income, you know, as in, you know, life matters, right? So what is your biggest challenge along the way? Like, would you like to share and how you overcome this?
The biggest challenge for me, it's when people will just judge you. Indirectly, you're putting. I can totally never understand, right? Why people go live, right, by turning off the comment.
Oh, can meh?
People go live and turn off the comment.
I didn't know. I go Instagram live, I don't turn on the comment, but most of the time they just view and then chow. View, chow. So that's normal lah.
That's very sad.
What to do?
No, but the thing is, you are putting yourself out there means your opinion is up for debate. Right?
Yeah.
So if people say that you're good, you're high on it, then people say you're bad, then you're down because of it. So it's very important that you have what you want to do. A lot of people think that whatever I'm doing, right, is for the audience.
Right.
Actually, it's not. It's actually for my own. Why I'm so dedicated in putting out, right? Because every time I upload, right, I feel happy. On Sunday morning, 6 o'clock, I will be editing already. The first thing I wake up, before breakfast, I will be editing already.
Right. Wow.
That's something that...
That's why I later asked the technical question because I also want to know how is the workflow is.
yeah, so a lot of people would think that, wow, Sean, you only do this for money, right? A lot of money, right? Hey, AdSense is like...
I think right now you
so
start earning already lah, but then it's very small.
It's like 300 USD. I can just be very open. 300 USD is like 1,000 over bucks. Hence,
per month lah.
why I work full time, and I'm very fortunate to have a company that allows me to do what I do lah. Right? So, why by having full time, right? A lot of people try to exit or sell out very early. I do one video, I must have how many sales.
Right.
Yeah, but you think about it, how many times you fall when you ride a bike?
True.
Then, but you judge yourself for falling on one video so hard. You think, actually now you think about it, right? You run naked in the street, you will be famous for like half an hour only.
Got one guy did before, if you know the Indian guy before lah. But he didn't run naked lah, he just wear a boxer.
Okay.
Yeah lah. So now in order to really be very famous and viral online, right? It's so tough really.
Right.
So why are you worried that people will see your stuff? People don't care one. Actually, the first 100, right? Now even when we judge, hey, this person put out content already. 2 subscribers, no need to see lah. right?
Okay lah. All been there lah.
Yeah, we all been there. So the thing is, when you know you won't see this kind of thing, why are you so worried that people look at your earlier works?
Yeah, and
I look,
judge.
Correct. I look at my earlier works as reps.
That's a progression.
Building muscle.
Like a lot of people like to go in buff, right?
Yeah.
But even the warm-ups and all the first 20 or 100 push, right? No one cares one, and nobody will know. But those are the one that actually forms that.
I feel like it's because of the community, like the professionalism community.
Correct.
Because of that, because I see most of the YouTubers, right? Like let's say they have like 1,000 followers or more than 1,000. They will actually delete all of their old videos in. Like I've seen people, I've seen my friends, because I have a lot of YouTubers friends as well. They actually delete like few of the old videos that they've done, like short films, vlogs. They feel like, hey, now I'm very good already. I should delete all the thing lah. They want to be perfect lah, actually. So I feel like because of that whole community of professionalism.
I think you bring out a good point also. A lot of people think that what I see is what they believe.
Yeah.
But that is the side that people want you to believe. So everyone is fronting right now.
Yeah.
That's why
That's true.
just by me not fronting, right, makes me special. Like I went on Sam W live shows for the past 6, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people DM me, Sean, can't you just put on a shirt?
Like
a
shirt
Oh,
lah.
I mean, like, I think he will complain me every time.
Shirt lah.
Yeah, so like, dude, I'm like, why? You are in for this,
Okay.
not this.
Yeah.
I know I'm not very gifted in this. Yeah. So if you kind of understand all that already, right, then you will not judge yourself so hard. And to me, a good tip for newbies is one video on a fixed period. So if you give yourself 2 weeks for the first video, the next 2 weeks vomit something up.
Okay. Means force yourself to do at least something.
At least something.
Regardless it's perfect or not. Okay.
Just let it go, right? Because if you are not going to let it go, right, you are never going to work on the next one.
Yeah.
And why I delete my previous works, right? Because I know that my next work is going to be better. So I keep going, right? Then how many cycles I went through before one person finished a video? People do one video for 6 months last time.
I think when starting out, I don't think any people will watch until the end, unless it's your mother or father or around your family. Like
Correct,
sometimes
correct.
family also don't watch halfway.
They're
Very bored already.
Yeah, the fake environment stuff.
Yeah.
Then you will see when people actually drop off, then you learn from it. Then, so I'm not telling, a lot of people thought that I would work blindly.
Yeah.
Oh, you just spam only. But a lot of people don't know that this adoption of Kaizen meaning you find a small glitch, you fix that glitch on the next video. Okay, the first video I fix on my intro.
Okay.
Then I fix on my tone.
Right.
Then I fix on my titling. Then I fix on this, fix. Then like 100 episode 113 already. I fixed 100 overtimes already. I'm still fixing stuff today.
Right.
I mean, you have to constantly improving. Like, cannot be perfect already.
Yeah, that is like one of the books that I read is not books lah, but one of the things that I read is every day if you improve 1%, then you know
It's an
like
accomplishment.
1 year is like
It's
365.
Correct.
So every video, like I saw your channel is like has got about 400 videos, close to 400 videos already. So imagine like every episode if we just focus on just fixing one thing.
Correct.
That's a very good point lah, I think. Yeah.
We should really start growing this channel lah, because we need to focus on this channel already. We delaying this channel for like too many months already.
And the sick part is when doers, like people who totally have all the knowledge to do it, judge themselves the worst.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like professionals, right? Law professionals, valuers, right? Will never put themselves out there, right? Because they are the worst person, because they receive judgment the worst.
And even inside their professional
That's the worst.
community,
That's the worst.
You know, say this wrongly, your formula is wrong. You say this, you know, they care so
Right?
much about this.
Like a film person, right? A commercial film person can never make vlogs. Right?
Yeah, because the whole production, even like taking a few minutes of footage, right? It will take like 2 or 3 days to shoot. Keep going. Because I've been to production houses before. I've seen like this kind of setup is like very simple only, but to accomplish that one few minutes of that setup, right, will take like half a day to set up. Make sure do the. I remember they have like fake people to come in that look alike people one. They call it the stand-in one. So if let's say they want to take
Feelers.
they want to take this shot, right? They will pick the 3 person that looks similar to us.
Okay.
And then because actors, celebrities, they always come late one. So we takkan lah, they come and then only we plan all the lighting how it looks like. So they have stand-in one. Even the stand-in also make a lot of money,
Wow.
The closest lookalike person to that actor. They come in, they shoot, angle, everything good already. Once the actor come in, shot, ciao.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why again the same formula. So much effort
Yeah.
paid on the attention of 6 frames. It's not even 0.4 seconds.
Yep.
So they edit frame by frame by frame by frame. So when I got in touch with Creative World, right, then like, what are we doing here?
Okay.
The whole day we just took out 4 seconds out of a 3-minute video.
Right.
To me,
It's like total time wasting.
and then a lot of people thought that, oh, the videos must be short.
Yeah.
To me, not really. If Ip Man, the Wing Chun Queen,
yes.
if it's 6 hours, right, I would totally finish it.
Okay.
So
Exactly. Like the Lord of the Ring,
correct.
3 hours per episode,
Yeah.
I still finish the whole time.
Correct.
Wow, that one I cannot.
So if it doesn't matter whether your video is short or not. If it's sucky, the first second or so I don't see it.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Yep.
But if it's 1 hour of good stuff, right, I will finish it one.
Yeah,
Yep.
finish it.
So it's about what you are providing. So a lot of people are still like the metric based people. All 3 minutes the most ideal.
The first 10 seconds, the first 50 seconds.
It's all vanity scores to me.
Yeah.
Alright. So before we end, right, I just want to ask you one more question because I believe that most of the people who
Hey, a
are
lot before we end, then one question, one more question.
It's cool, it's cool.
It's really there already.
Okay, this is the end, this is the last question, okay? So, technical difficulties. Okay, so just want to ask one question, right? Those, let's say they want to do their first video, right? After they're done ready, they will always have this problem because I faced the problem as well, and I've seen my clients also face the problem. Is that what do I do afterwards? How do I plan content? How do I keep coming up with content over and over and over? So how do you accomplish coming up with content? Like, let's say you right now it's like every week 3 videos, right? I don't think you.
I think now almost every day already.
Yeah, I don't think you cincai, you just think and you do only. But sometimes you actually plan the content earlier. Is it?
Really, it's chincai just.
Oh,
to-
yeah.
No, okay. So maybe starting when
This
I do
is like
is
a bit myth buster,
yeah. So
Everyone is like saying, oh, you must plan first.
correct. So I was just receiving. I spoke to a lot of people. A lot of people thought that I had a lot of science behind
Okay.
why you started, right? And he used this direction, right? He go layman because everybody was going. It's all afterthought.
Okay.
And I started, right? I just didn't know how.
So that means and the people watching, okay, ready with the notes, cincai, right? Lama. Okay lah.
But what is the thing that I want to stress about is the learning part. What is frame per second? Then I use iPhone, then they say slow-mo looks cool. Then when I put down slow, right? All that is frame per second.
Okay lah, this one very technical.
No, I
lah.
still don't understand what is frame per
This
second.
one very technical. Lah.
Yeah, so after that you understand that how do you stabilize things, and a lot of people still don't believe until today. So when I go to a site, it's really me, myself, and I only.
The Holy Trinity.
So I just hold a camera and I walk around there and fly the drone, everything myself. Uno.
Oh, you fly the drone also lah.
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of people thought that I had a production team.
Right.
Okay.
Editing also myself, uploading, copy,
Okay.
prelude, everything. So, but what I'm trying to say is content-wise, I don't plan like very small stuff because if you make sure the big stuff is correct, the small stuff will be lah. So I started off the topic-based one first.
Okay, so you pick a topic first lah.
So I started because topic one is very easy to produce.
Okay.
Then the property reviews is up to availability of the property.
Okay.
So last time I need to somewhat buy lunch for agents.
Oh, really?
So I can do marketing videos for
You can
them.
buy me lunch.
So that was the days, I need to please let me film your unit.
Now I'll be like begging you, hey please lah, come here lah, come and do our property.
So but I still do lah. I still work with. So I love real estate agents one. So because they are the most crude, pure form of hustle one. Really no. Sometimes at moral ethics level also they okay one. Because I was an agent myself, so I totally understand. And then after I did property reviews, then only I start doing a lot of more contextual questions.
Yeah, I mean, people ask you questions. And
Everyone's situation is different.
okay.
So like big topics, right? Then I'll start. Then I somewhat created this like asking Sean. So asking Sean is just reading an email and answer the email a day. So I thought that's why a lot of people that you put in so much effort to answer one person. It's cool.
yeah, but it's content.
But to me it's I just there's one book called 100 True Fans.
Okay.
1,000 true fans is all you need.
Okay. 1,000 true fans.
So let's say if I will drop something, right? A lot of people want 100,000 subscribers, but no one watch.
Yeah.
No one cares. Or you buy one.
Just mentioned about
Correct.
it.
Yeah.
So, but then if you go into some 3,000 subscribers, but it's a huge community.
Yeah.
So I would rather want that.
Yeah.
And I think digital marketers are slowly getting it ready. A lot of people are away from vanity scores already. Now,
It's more of creating the engagement, the community.
correct.
already, yeah.
How many likes
Nowadays, likes also got die already. The Instagram took out the likes already. Like,
yeah, so to me it's that matters more. So when I set up the content and it's by accident. So I had a lot of thoughts processed. So just because I like real estate a lot, if you are trying to create content, right, out of thinking that this will go viral, most likely it's not. Yeah, so if you are not sharing something that you really like, people are not gonna like it as well.
True.
Like if you
You see the passion in the video lah.
correct. Like my brother, it's a huge fan of Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you mentioned him before.
Yeah, and he can talk about Pokemon, right? He can talk about animes until like, wow, really the card can invest.
Actually, really can invest on you.
Correct. So if you
The Pokemon cards.
So it's not so much about the subject, but it's about the person sharing. I'm also a watch person, so I really cannot afford yet lah. then if you you talk about how people. So it's 143 parts symmetrically trying to tell you a unit of time. Then last time there's no 3D, so it's so complicated to create. And the spring that makes the whole thing works, right? It's a hair diameter.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you need like a very zoom in camera. Have you seen the tube kind of camera?
And this spring, right, is actually a hair like they call it hairline spring, right?
That thin.
That thin. And it's silicone, and it needs to be anti-magnetism. It needs to be accurate for the next 100 years, telling you the exact same measurement of time.
Wow.
Okay.
Now you're interested in watch, right? Then all of
Okay,
people.
now I'm using a digital watch. So.
If you listen from people who only want to sell you stuff, oh, this is what brand, this is selling for this one. I give you discount. This one 300 ringgit only. I give you discount some more. You buy now.
Who wear this?
I think halfway I charge already lah.
Correct. So it's a very different. So when you talk about content planning, like personally, I'm curious about all the topics that I've shared. No one talks about refuse chamber. Like if you notice, right?
Yeah.
All
Always
the
go through that. Okay, we have a refuse chamber. Okay, got a window. And
correct. I will go to because if you really stay, right, you need to throw rubbish every day. And we need to throw the rubbish ourselves, lah.
Yes.
And that experience is so dreadful. My God.
Yeah.
You've been to a bad one, right?
Yeah, like the wet floor lah.
Then no one
You
clean
open up the
lah.
door, cockroach come out lah.
or the bad thing lah. Early morning when you throw out, the smell just come to you. Kena the-
Then always like when you go with the thing that you're going out
Okay. I think my
Or
mom
maybe
watching
the rubbish bag is actually in front of the house. Right before you go out, right?
already. I take the bag off.
Yeah
My
lah.
mom always, even this morning also, I just took out the trash and just throw it away.
So this is the part where I also call empathy. So I went through this design thinking course before with Genovasi, right?
Who is it?
Genovasi.
Genovasi.
So it's like they offered design thinking course back then.
Design thinking.
So it really teach about like empathy lah.
Okay.
If you put yourself in the person's
Position,
right? Like if I don't know any properties now, right? One guy just vomit every facts to me, right? I will get scared one. Right?
I can say.
Like if a person like don't know any camera one, trying to buy his very first camera, right? You should always talk to an expert, right? No point one.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
Die.
Yeah.
Because this
Don't know what to buy or don't buy.
this filler level is too high already, so
Okay.
it needs to downplay a little bit. so the frequency can match. So who is this? Elon Musk say this.
Yeah.
Like, communications, right, is the worst, is the least effective
Right.
mode of all.
Oh.
I have this idea, I need to compress it to a language that you understand.
Okay.
Then you understand already, right? But you need to decompress, right?
Yeah.
You got all the file errors. So you only found out all the missing links and you will go and find.
I see.
Yeah.
Right? So now it's the compression of things to actually sync to your levels.
Okay.
So when we only gain interest and the level starts picking up,
Then we do research and then we started to like
correct,
know
correct.
everything lah.
because a lot of people don't know what they don't know also.
True. They don't know what they don't know.
True because recently you did a renovation
Correct.
house thing, right? Because me and my mom just bought a house, I even tell you, in Rawang. So we want to renovate the house, but in my head I thought, okay, I spend 20k enough to renovate. But then when you say 80 to 70k, I'm like, holy shit, that much of money I need to put in. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I understand
Correct.
what people don't know what they don't know. Yep.
Like people spend 20,000 for a camera, okay, right?
Here's the thing is, I will say okay, but this side will say why 20,000?
correct. Phone can take perfect pictures, ma. Why must use camera,
Then we
right?
say, oh no lah, this one got this setting on, very good.
Yeah, so back to the pillar, right? It's by putting myself as the audience. That's why like I got very excited and I shared my journey as a home buyer again.
Yeah.
During MCO,
Yep.
a lot of people will say that economy is going to be bad and all.
Oh yeah, share some of the experience where you
Yeah,
buying
so
homes as well.
so I believe that it will go up so much. I'm now on buying mode already. Because I settled my old previous debts and all lah. So I've from MCO, I've done all the research, then how I shortlist the place,
Right.
then how I zoom in, how I do research online, then how I go to sales gallery, what kind of questions I ask, and how do I nego to choose between bank loans or house keys, what's the difference.
So you
yeah.
went for house keys, right?
Yeah, so then like then got that. Then
Actually, I didn't know what is a house key until you
correct.
told me.
So there's a lot of this kind of thing, but we are very fascinated with the latest launch of luxury goods. We couldn't care less. You know, government give free money for people to buy house, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Free money.
My friend got like 30,000 free, and the sister. Then they got a new landed terrace house.
Oh shit.
Just because in the government website there's one small link that nobody cares. Just because it's not painful enough yet.
Okay.
So I've been through that. Those people, right? 10 family members crammed into one small unit, right?
Yeah.
The need for space is very drama one. For us, hey, which house you staying today? Hey, where you sleeping on today? Don't know lah. This place though, that place though. So just because it's not painful enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you know all that, right? Then I can tell the audience this is really like want to buy house. I want to read. I cannot really. Then some is like, and another mode of that is like, oh, I got 25 properties already. What do you think of TRX or BBCC? We're talking about 3,000, 2,000 per square feet kind of thing, you know. 500 square feet is 1 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That
to-
one way
that-
out of my budget already.
That's just to put things into context. And this floor, they buy, this kind of floors, right? They buy floors.
Okay. Like the whole you. Like whole
Hey, do you think it's okay? I think it's okay lah. Okay lah, I buy 3. Yeah, so it's fine one lah. So
Is that a technical error? Someone doing
yeah, so it's like, oh, they buy 3, they buy 5, they buy 8. Hey, can make money one lah. Never mind lah.
like that.
Then you start to then understand, hey, these people are buying, right, to diversify their wealth only.
Yeah.
They don't expect that to make money one, you know. Just 30 years later, I come back, right, the value is there.
Then cash out. Yep.
So when you get, so all drives that, the thing that drives all this, right, it's just empathy. A lot of people judge the content based on what they know. That's why I know a lot about film. Hence, I have very high standard for the video.
Right.
That's why I cannot export. I have very high knowledge for property. That's why this pitch I think is not right. Hence, cannot export.
Right.
Reality is no one cares.
Yeah.
Yep, true. I can hear Gary Vee somewhere standing here saying that thing. No one fucking cares.
Correct. No one cares. So with that, right? Then the entire creation process becomes so easy.
Okay.
Like I was doing my latest episode, the latest one that I just doing, then the fan was clonk 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 clonk.
Yeah, man.
My own the asking Sean segment. So the fan was having a problem lah. It's like some ASMR thing lah. Then I didn't know it picked up until I edit.
Oh, it picked up, man. I didn't hear.
It picked up.
Oh, it didn't release.
Correct. That's why you don't even know.
Okay.
Then some audience like, hey, is your fan got problem? Is it? But if you're confident enough in what you're spitting, right?
Yes.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, technical terms like they cannot hear from listening from phone. Only when they put headphones, only they can hear lah. That's why when editing, you need to put the headphones.
The decibel thing lah. So a lot of times also, I edit on headphone, but when you play out, right?
It doesn't hear one. Yeah.
No, then you put all the minor things. Wow, the background sound very nice and all, right? Until I think a few audience Sean, why do you need background sound?
Okay.
I'm trying to listen to you.
Right.
Yep. True.
Right. Yeah.
Why are you trying to mask your own voice?
Right.
True.
Interesting.
Then that courage to actually just strip off audio background music.
Which is another good thing lah. No need to pay for license.
Correct. And I never paid. I didn't know how to pay also. I use all copyright free music one.
The YouTube one, right?
And they are full of it. So sometimes like previous technical knowledge of film, or every song need to pay license. Hence, I only use 2 song max. When it's free, right? Sometimes one video clip I put 8 songs because it's free.
Yeah.
So the whole mode of editing.
Can say like, because I deal with a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Correct. So then like, then like property also like, now you know a lot, right? But a person who can buy house, I only got 400,000. How?
Yeah.
Then you look at all the fancy one, no point already.
No point at all.
So you look at what you need and what's the best that your money can buy you.
Be within your capabilities.
Correct. So empathy, it's my approach. Hence, I got fortunate enough, I got no trouble producing content. Like now you suddenly shake. That's why and there's this rule, maybe I overrun a lot, but this creative muscle. We look at biceps and look at triceps.
It's like
shoulder.
automatic comes to your brain already.
Correct. So like Hassan Minaj. Hassan Minaj is the comedian that has his own Netflix special.
Show.
So he talks about a lot of political stuff.
Okay.
He adopts this.
It's a comedian, but talk about political stuff.
Correct.
Comedy way lah, I guess.
His Netflix is crazy, right? So his creative process is he max out every season. All the people will think like, I will keep the best for my next video. I'll keep the best for my. So I need to plan long. I need to plan all my. I talk like 3 minutes. Oh my god. Right. So the whole thing, it's when you try to plan out too long, right? It gets boring because you're not excited in sharing also.
Yeah. And then it's also like very draggy. It's like how Netflix do by episode lah. Don't reveal everything. Like at the end of the like one episode very good, then they cut halfway, potong steam lah. Then they go to the next one.
Correct. So what he does is he max out, just like me. Like every day, right? Sometimes my wife also complain. I go to bed, right? It's knocked out one. Really like gone case one, because even I had a thought before I would just sit up and
Type something lah.
and I will just upload it, then I'll need to go and sleep. And every single moment right now, even with TikTok and all, there's never a downtime anymore.
True lah.
Hey, we will be late half an hour. Okay, never mind lah. Half an hour. So I was doing the Sam W shoot. I can show you guys also. Right, the video that I did in between times of shooting, the TikTok got 30,000 views.
Wow.
On that day.
Wow. That means you posted on the day and then already 30,000 views.
So it's not on whatever. Then they need to produce go through how many layers of. Then only come out. Then they say it's good, but nobody watch.
Okay.
But just because they judge on the entire production value, creation value, this one you chin chai shoot. That's why I will give you chin chai value.
Like that lah. Yeah.
So you think about it, right? We are actually wrong in terms of judgment sometimes. So creative is not about what you think as a producer. It's what the audience or market reacts to. I make simply chin-chai videos, only people respond because it's up to their frequency.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of YouTube viral videos also very chin-chai only.
Correct. And they despise them just because they cannot make it.
Yep.
Hence, I have ultimate. So this rule also proven by Will Smith. Royalty of Hollywood puts down everything, starts a YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Will Smith. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
His YouTube
Right.
channel is like out of the world already.
Correct, but he has the humility to go down.
Yes, not everybody can do it. Right?
So not everyone
But
like.
now everybody start doing already. Even Jack Black also start a gaming channel. You know. You know Jack Black?
No.
School of Rock. The
Jumanji one, the fat
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
He started a gaming channel. you
Really?
know. Gaming
Wow.
channel.
correct. So the thing is when you are already that level,
Yeah.
hence a lot of people don't want to come down.
Yep.
Like PhD. That's why PhD can only teach in
College,
schools,
uni, masters.
and people need your approval just because they want to graduate only, Nobody really likes to listening to them.
Yeah.
So they make things complicated so they can sound smart. Sometimes I want to simplify things so people understand.
True.
So that's the profession of lecturers at school. Sometimes they talk so long.
Yeah lah. Now going back to my college years, I don't understand what they had.
Correct.
I always go to YouTube.
Sometimes maybe they will feel happy because you don't understand.
Yeah lah. Then they ask me, any questions? Yes, a lot of questions.
I don't
Okay,
even
very
know.
good.
This one is the right class, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of people do that.
Yeah, so that's the whole spiel. So as you progress, then you will somewhat know what to do. A lot of people will think about too long, but I believe it's you put on your tie first, no point one. Don't put on a tie before you put on your shirt.
Okay. Good methodology.
A lot of people,
True.
a lot of people, wow, this one must tie. Hey, put your shirt on first lah, yo.
Exactly.
So you start up a channel, put up some videos, you roughly know what to do already. Then only you start mastering, talk about tones, talk about production value, talk about you slowly upping the thing lah. Nobody's going to judge you on the front. And now when you're famous, this becomes raw footage. Imagine Ma Yun room when he was sharing his idea.
In a room, right? In a living room.
Ma Yun. Jack Ma.
Jack Ma. Oh yeah.
Imagine like Raphael Wong, the gown designer, her apprentice days.
Coming back to Gary lah, document.
Correct. If her sketches of wedding gowns last time that she thinks was trash, now you can auction.
Worth so much.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of people like to see the sign, but then if you document this whole thing, right, and it's free.
Yep.
China, you need to pay money for their website
YouTube
to
is very different one. They don't have YouTube, they don't have Google also, right?
So it's Youku, man. If you upload anything more than 10 minutes, right, you need to pay.
Government.
Really?
You need to pay to host.
China.
Oh, thank you, Malaysia. Thank you.
Then in YouTube, right, you if people watch your video, they pay you.
Yeah, exactly.
Then why are you not doing?
True.
Yeah.
And it's zero cost. When it's free, right? And come to think of it, this platform got me here.
To where you are at the moment.
If not, last time it's always roadshow events, talks, right? Motivational things, right? I always envious, can be there or not? Who am I? You need to pull a lot of strings. You need to be there, right?
You need to know a lot of people.
Know a lot of people. Then it's only for the privilege. Then you need to get through all these people. Need to do a lot of things to actually just go up, right? But now no one judge you.
Yes.
Direct entry.
Yep.
Just
Zero cost.
Just that now, like I play a lot of basketball, so like now street ball is ongoing. Anybody is free for play.
Street ball?
So basketball.
Okay.
So when people pass you a ball, you start dribbling. People know you can or not.
Okay lah, same to football lah.
Same, right? A lot of people wear this,
Yeah, exactly.
But then he,
buy this shirt, buy this that.
then they just stand there and shout at people only.
They don't care like you wear anything. Sometimes I see people bare feet also, they can play.
They can sapu you like nobody business.
exactly.
So it's really that if you have it, you will make it era. But just that sometimes a lot of people don't take into account talent, because I cannot tell people to be smarter lah. Be smart lah. Like this kind of worst advice, right? So, but to me, it's to start first. And
Learn through the process.
a lot of people will invest heavy on cameras, which is the worst.
To start.
Okay, listen up guys, listen up.
It's the editing part. A lot of people heavy on tools. They buy the stabilizer lah, the lenses lah, the microphones lah. After they edit they record everything already. Huh? Adobe need to pay money one.
Cannot say the podcast lah, but there's a way you don't need to pay the money lah.
Yeah, so then 300 per month then they just give up the whole dream because of 300. But then it's okay to spend 10,000 on tools.
Alright, so I think we finally come to the end of the podcast.
Wow.
So sorry if you can hear the drilling upstairs. So
I think you can do some magic.
I use the technical term lah. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the podcast, and hope you guys got some value from Sean. Thank you, Sean, for coming.
Thank you so much.
I was so thankful that you replied me with like, yeah, sure, okay. Because I was so hoping, okay, what is the payment? Blah, blah, blah. I was really like waiting for that.
Are you guys gonna pay?
I wish I wish lah. Sponsors,
When we
please.
can.
Sponsors, look out for our channel. If you want to sponsor us, then we can pay. So, alright guys, thank you for watching and see you guys in the next video.
Alright, see you.